Me too, a bit. Now that you broke my stream. Alright. Power of Taco Bell did indeed crash my stream somehow. Don't know what happened. Step away for 2 seconds and everything just goes to shit. I don't know what happened there. Alright. Hopefully it's actually working now. Yeah, right? Yeah. I don't know what happened, but alright. Maybe something with my service. Oh, and then I have to update these. Hold on. There we go. Us. Don't know what that was about. If no one settles back in, hopefully I can find the stream. Hopefully I'm not streaming twice also. I might be streaming twice. That might be the problem. Hold on. So this is right. Yes. Manage this one. No. Looks like the same. I don't know why it's showing up twice. This one, yes. And this one. Okay. Hopefully that didn't end this stream. Let's go back to manage streams. This one, yes. Okay. All right. There we go. Now we have one stream. All right. YouTube heard me fucking simping for VTubers. Like, that ain't right. That's not the Curly I know. Cut that connection right now. Something's wrong. Gotta call him. Make sure everything's alright. Strawberry coffee? You don't require double sleeving or single sided or side colored dragon sleeves? Okay. I think you're only required to have single sleeves that are not see-through. It gets kind of tricky. You can double sleeve, but the double sleeve has to be clear. To be honest, I think if, for the most part, it only really matters when you make top cut. Otherwise, they usually don't care. They're not checking every single one's deck. But if it looks suspicious, then yeah. Hey, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, Dragon Shield in general has some pretty bad quality, so I would not recommend them. because they're just not cut evenly, so the sleeves will look marked. So you just don't use those. Chili pepper chocolate? Ew. Blueberry flavored coffee or hazelnut? I don't know, man. I can eat the blueberries, but coffee part is where y'all lose me. Sorry. So, yeah, sorry. Stream started again accidentally because for some reason it crashed. I don't know what happened. Honestly, I stepped away to get my Taco Bell and then it just crashed when I came back. But let me eat a little and go back into the rest of the reveals. Doesn't work right now. What sleeve do you recommend for single sleeving? To be honest, Bushiroad sleeves are really good, but in general, if you're only gonna do single sleeving, it's kind of tough. I don't like single sleeving because I've yet to find a pair of single sleeves that does not just fucking slide all over the place. Right? That's the only reason why I buy double sleeve. Aside from why I like the feel for it and they shuffle better, is that they're matted so they don't, flip flop everywhere. I've yet to ever find a single pair of sleeves, right, that work. But you're better off just getting something clear that has like no design or anything like that, which Bushiroad doesn't offer. So maybe something Dragon Shield, I don't know. So Dragon Shield's falling off, I've heard. They're generally good in the past. Yeah, that's what I've heard too. Supposedly, what we should be getting is katana sleeves. That's their newest competitor that apparently has better quality, but I've yet to find Japanese-sized outer sleeves for katana that I can buy. So. Yeah, I saw Dragon Shield here. Yeah, that's in most places, unfortunately. Usually more and more players are starting abusing judging decks are marked with no wear and tear of the sleeves. Yeah. To be honest, yeah. Essentially, what you have to do is you have to be super secure. You have to buy 2 sleeves that are from Bushiroad. You can get yourself oversleeves from Bushiroad, 2 pairs of it, and only use those for tournaments. Not for normal play, only for tournaments, and then switch out your sleeves when you're going to the tournament so that they're brand new, spanking new. And you have a backup in case they tear or they say that there's an issue. That's really what you should do, to be honest. I like Dragon Shield since I can use various colors of color code each nation that guy on. Yeah. Wish Katana had more colors. I actually, to be honest, I like my character sleeves. So I always get like fancy, expensive sleeves with like characters and designs on them, and then I put an oversleeve over it to protect it. I never really use. I've never for Vanguard, except for like maybe set 1. I've never used like blank, just colored sleeves in my whole life. Sorry, I hope you guys don't mind the chip ASMR. All right. Let's talk about BetterMagnes here. And then I'll eat my burritos. Or burrito. Burrito and all taco, I think it's what it is. Last time they gave me 2 burritos, so I don't know. Alright. So this is Sweet Night's Blood Moon Beni Yakumo. You'll find out why everyone's been calling this BetterMagnes, Barrel Mama, BetterMagnes, Barrel Waifu in a sec. So first skill, at the start of your battle phase, at the start of your battle phase, your opponent's Vanguard gets minus 5k till the end of the turn for every 5 cards in your soul. If you have 10 or more cards in soul, you choose one of your opponent's rear guards, put it into soul. Transmagus. Close enough. Welcome back, Magus. Yeah. Booba Magus. I mean, baby, I don't know. So this has the removal of BetterMagnes, and it has the power reduction of Drag Jewel. So it's literally the two of them put together. Pretty strong, right? Because Barrel can very easily get 10 cards in soul. I can imagine this can as well, right? That's like what, 6 cards you have to get, because the ride deck is, well, no, 7 cards you would have to get, because the ride deck is, you know, 1 2 0 1 2, right? But you have a bunch of effects that you can use in Dark States that get you to 10 very easily. So you just put your opponent at minus 10, right? If they're grade 2, they're at just 0. If they're grade 3, they're at 3k. So you have like the Wellstar minus as well as removal of 1 unit. Then the second skill here says, when this unit attacks, counterblast 1, perform all the following based on number of cards in your soul. Sound familiar yet? 4 or more, choose a card from your soul and call it to rear. 9 or more, this gets a drive. 13 or more, this unit gets critical until the end of the battle. So, one thing to note, obviously this is very similar to BetterMagnes, right? BetterMagnes is 5, 10, 15. Also very somewhat similar effects. He draws 1 instead of a drive, he gets a crit, but he also gets 10k. He calls out 2 cards, gives him 10k. This only calls out 1. He also does the board suck. And it gave me an interesting thought that one thing that they could do for BetterMagnes is that they could instead do something similar to this, where they switch around the skills, right? Because if BetterMagnes, if at 5 soul, I can put everything into soul instead of having to wait till 15, right? If I could do the put everything into soul and call stuff out at like 5 or like 7 soul, but I don't get the crit, then we could be cooking, right? Because then I'd actually have a much more playable deck that I can work around. Whereas like in the later stages, right, it could be like if I have 15, then I can get like a crit and a driver, right? That would be really cool for like a BetterMagnes 2 in 2029 when that comes out. Sucks. How could they do this to Dark Days players? Gonna collab for actual gameplay? I don't know what you're talking about, buddy. Is little better Unica? This has nothing to do with Unica. She doesn't, what do you mean? She doesn't use criticals at all. I mean, I guess because you get the drive and the crit, but sure, I guess. But yeah, so this is only 4 attacks. She doesn't give power to what she calls out either, but she does get drive and crit. Power doesn't matter as much because you're already reducing, right? So it's actually, this is better than BetterMagnes. If BetterMagnes calls something out, it gives it 10. Instead, you minus your opponent 10 from the start of your battle phase. So it's kind of like you just have Persona Ride, right? When you attack. And you can, of course, keep going up, right? If you hit 15, you can minus them down to -2 if you're on grade 3. But how's pure VTuber supposed to get 13 soul? Here's the thing, you don't. Because you don't play that. That's stupid. Incentivize. Disincentivize actually keep stacking soul. Yeah, so there's actually a plus going on. So this is literally what they should have done with Barrel. Honestly, something like this. One thing Barrel has now is a soul absorption, essentially. Well, he also has 5 attacks and bigger numbers than this does, but yeah. Here's the full effect. Really, yeah, they did it right this time. Last time they gave me an extra burrito. I was just like, thanks. Cool. Not bad. I'm gonna eat my crusty hard shell taco real quick. Eugenia doesn't suck? That'd be cool. Possible. So far, the visible support cards. But there's something to soul. Yeah, and there's also the one on the Dragon Empire one that might make this work. But better not rip off Magnolia. Watch the Dragon Empire one have like a Magnolia effect. It's Eugene and Magnolia put together. Because the back row attack, but also on attack, you can like Soul Blast 5, look top 5, call anything. Yeah, it's just Dragon Empire, Dark Station, and Lyrical. That's it. For now. Could change in the future. Especially if this collab goes well. Especially considering how they're doing this collab. It seems like maybe they'll support it, but who knows? I mean, hopefully. I don't know how cheap these are really gonna be, to be honest. Bang Dream stuff is a penny. Oof. I mean, I instantly, as soon as I saw Luke here this morning, I got a Dark State split like that. So I was pretty sure I was gonna probably like Sacrifice Glass, but I was just like, boom. Say less, because I was initially just gonna skip this set. And I was like, alright, I'll just get a Keter split to make sure I get the Shadows card, because fuck the Keter Sanctuary guys, and they're not gonna let me get anything. But then I got a Dark States one because of Luke here. But then I was like, oh hey, maybe I can get this, but I forgot that we're not gonna get this in time. But hopefully that means when we do get this, it will be cheap. So we'll see. Dark Stakes boss on the surface seems stronger, but the variety of the lyrical orders makes me think Runa may be on equal footing. Yeah, they're just completely different decks. Runa is definitely going to have a lot more, especially as time goes on, she's going to be really good. Whereas like this might not be, right? She can only get better with orders. Whereas like this might fall off eventually, I don't know. Pure Vispo Benning, I think is the only pure that could work, because Virgo so far go to Soul and you get 13 easily on turn 4. If the other rated line have Virgars, then Benny is the only true Vispo. Yeah, for now, until they release more eventually, if they do. But yeah, that sounds about right to me. Generics are a bit better than Dark Stakes generics. No, we're not kidding. You got Resist Roller again. Maybe. The generics are way better in Lyrical, true. But Dark Stakes is good at Soul Charging, which is different, right? The problem with Dark Stakes is I have a bunch of cards that don't do anything else except put cards in Soul for the most part. But since you need to put stuff in Soul, it might be alright. There are the two VTuber orders, so the Lyrical one should do Pure. Yeah. Speaking of which, we'll get to that in a sec. Next up, we have the Noah Sugar Nuts. Noah Kurumi here, who is the support card for the Dark Side side. Of course, can't do shit unless you have a Vispo Vanguard. But it says, if your Vanguard's grade 3 or greater, you pay this with Energy Blast 3. Otherwise, on plays Counter Blast 1, search for the Fancy Devil Army Roro and call it in the same column. So very exactly like the Lyrical one. So basically, you ride over with the grade 3. You have the skill of the grade 2 that says call this out from deck or look at top 7, one of the two. Then this says on place, you Counter Blast 1, call out. So that gives you a full column very easily. But then this also has the effect that says if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, and you have 2 or more Fancy Devil Army Roro in your soul, this gets plus 10k. So you obviously want to play 4 of the little supporting card for this girl and get those into soul, which shouldn't be too hard to do. Here's the full effect. So this sort of basically encourages random soul charging until you look at the next card and you're kind of like, interesting. Because Fancy Devil Army Roro here says same usual, right? However, if you have a Visceral Vanguard and you play this on rear, you choose a card from your drop and put into soul. So just instantly on place, choose something from drop, put into soul. That's really strong. That's pretty strong. There's only one other card I think that does this in there's two other cards that do this in Dragon Empire, Dark States. One of them is for Counterblast 1. The other one is locked to Direful Dolls. This is just for free. Pick something, put to soul. Pretty strong, on place, right? Specifically on place. I'm not talking about like Zargon or any of that other stuff, right? So pretty strong. But then it also has the same second skill where you can put everything in a column into soul to draw a card, which is pretty good, right? Allows you to build a board like that. Why does it smell like something's burning? I had to go check, make sure my house isn't on fire. But I guess it's probably just someone barbecuing or something like that, because it's about to be Memorial Day. Which just has better orders though. Yeah, but you don't really need orders for Benny. So unless you're talking about one. It's literally that mansion card just for these people. And it even says you can discard a card from your hand to add this from drop back to your hand. Right? Same exact effect. As a Dark States one, you just can't use it in Dark States. Okay. But the name of this one, it's alright. Period. You know what this one is? Good luck, have fun. And this one just says, look at top 5, choose a Vispo from among them, and really put it in your hand, shuffle your deck. So that counts itself, by the way. So I'm pretty sure you can play this. It doesn't say unit, right? So I'm pretty sure you can use this to search itself. Of course, you can only play one order per turn. You can play 2 with Runa, but you can technically play this, search out itself, play it again, search out itself for deck thinning. But you probably want to use your order count on other things. So that's pretty interesting. Back? I don't know what the hell is going on today. God damn it. Hopefully it's working now. Seems good. Doesn't have no drop range. I don't know what the hell's going on. But in any case, there's also Vispo specific PGs and also triggers. The over trigger just says you choose either to give your Vanguard or I think you choose a unit, give it a crit, or you heal 1 damage, and that's it. So nothing too fancy. And that does it. So real quickly, let's go back. Take a look at BetterMagnes over here. Nope. There we go. So, can we definitively say whether or not this is better BetterMagnes? Yes or no? Yes, 100%. So, I don't know. Originally, I was gonna say no, but the fact that it does -5, probably -10 regularly, basically means you have +10, which is the only thing this doesn't do, which gives the rear guards +10. It also only has 4 attacks, but it has an extra drive, which might matter. So, billion times better. Barrow just feels outdated compared to this. The funny thing with Barrow is that, like, I don't really think he's outdated. I know we constantly joke about Barrow 2 and a new form, etc., but I don't know if he necessarily needs it. But I still think his effect is good, honestly. Like, wiping the board, putting everything into soul non-targeting is still really strong, I think. Especially against certain decks, right? Like, think of it this way. Luard sets up a whole board of ritual cards. You go into a Barrow, put out all that into soul. They're kind of fucked, right? Because if they want to go into their big stride, now they have to somehow build an entire board of ritual cards that are not in their drop. So they have to reduce the amount of ritual count they have in their drop. So they have to somehow hit Ritual 7 and have Ritual 5 on board. Right, 5 units with Ritual. That kind of hurts, right? Putting stuff into Soul still hurts a lot of decks. Lilac Lasher turning in for 50-70 still hurts. VTuber succubus. Again, I don't know if this is an actual VTuber, to be honest. One thing Barrow does that's relevant in my opinion is the board wiping. Yeah. Something that reduces the condition for 13 soul, possibly? No. I hear a lot of people say that. I don't think that's what needs to be done. I think they just need to, like, make it more worthwhile. 15 cents later, better. I'm not coping, I'm serious. A board wipe is still good. You're gonna tell me board wipe is not good? You're gonna tell me non-targeting board wipe is not good? Like, I'm not saying the deck as a whole is good. That needs some help. That needs to be taken in a different direction. I just mean the effect of BetterMagnes by himself is good. Shows you can make an outage boss still work. We have overtuned support. Exactly. That's what I mean. Yeah, newer decks do more for less work. This is very true. This is why I don't know what direction a new BetterMagnes would go into. Personally, I think they should probably just give us, like, similar to Elder, give us like a new ride line and some support cards, but they just have to give us so many cards to take a deck in a different direction. Because, like, I can't foresee a new BetterMagnes that is somehow just better than the old one. And that's all we need, right? Unless he has a completely different effect, I don't see how just one card is gonna revolutionize BetterMagnes. I don't think that's gonna be enough. We need like a good, solid wave of support. which is why I think it's better to just release support cards, which I think is more likely than a brand new form. But that's a bit off topic. If I had to say whether or not this is better BetterMagnes or not, I mean, the only thing this loses out from in terms of barrel support is a lot, to be honest. And if you compare it to its direct support, so this doesn't have Lilac Lasher, which is a big attacker. It has the grade 2, which can get kind of big, so that's okay. And there's probably some cards you can play from DearDays that give you some kind of power, but it doesn't have the Lilac Lasher. You can still play Brainwash Swirler, so there's that. You have access to Brainwash Swirler. Whether or not you want to is a different story. Probably if you play a bunch of soul charging cards. I don't know if it's gonna be the same kind of deal where you play like an Amandine to soul charge a bunch, get big swirler columns, and then you call an extra attack, right? I feel like this is like more mid-range barrel than barrel, instead of being like super explosive like a huge grade 3 turn kind of deal. I feel like this is a lot more steady, where like the hump is bigger initially, but it like stays pretty even, whereas like barrel is just like nothing and then like whoop, and then like nothing, right? For comparison. So this is the bigger number, but rather how much do they need to get there? Right, that says this card counts as 3 soul if you have barrel and you're good to go. I guess I wouldn't mind that. I just don't like, mechanically, I don't like reducing the cost, because I feel like that's just a cop-out, right? I feel like they can make 15 soul work. I've been playing the deck for like a billion years. 15 soul can work. It's just that the payoff for doing all that is not good, and there's no way to maintain it. So that's why reducing it just feels like, I don't know, it just feels lazy. But yeah, something that counts as extra cards in soul, I guess that would be good. I would not hate that at all. That would definitely make things a lot better, because we already have the power. We just need a way to consistently hit 15 and a way to get, you know, actually have a hand to survive our opponent's turn. If we have those two, then we're in the game, right? Because that's the big issues right now. When it comes to power, the deck isn't lacking. It's consistency and actually being defensive, which it can technically do, because it can like get PGs with Corral and stuff like that, but like actually be defensive to actually stave off your opponent's attack, right? If we can do those two things, then we're back in business. Or an energy card that makes you get 3 from drop to the soul, lock the barrel. I mean, we kind of already have that with the new grade 2 that literally does that. It's Energy Blast 2, take 2 from drop, but oh no, well no, not, I guess not exactly, because it's take 2 from drop, put on bottom of deck, and then soul charge 2. But they unfortunately don't want us to selective soul charge. They want barrel to be, his main mechanic be specifically soul charge, which is kind of annoying, because that's a shitty ass mechanic. Barrel's like unfair when it gets to do the thing, you're dead, but how often do you get to do the thing, and what will it cost? Yeah, it's not even so much that, it's also like what happens afterwards. I feel like Current Fear also kind of has that issue where it's like, all right, I get all my tokens grade 3, I have to sustain this over more than 2 or 3 turns, right? And that's where the problem lies. Likewise, your barrel, you hit 15 soul, great. Now I have no cards in hand, 2 crappy cards on board that do anything on my opponent's turn, right? And I'm probably at like 3 damage, fucking 10 cards left in deck. How do I advance from here, right? So that's the problem. I guess I can say for now this is better BetterMagnes, but I'll have to play it once she's in CFA to give it a shot. It's probably on Bang Pro, to be honest, already, because they updated pretty quickly. To play OTK Wombo combo for your next turn is the last thing you have to worry about. Yeah, which is what I don't like. if they're gonna go that route, I'm not against it, but they just have to make the OTK more consistent and stronger. Then, right? They very much seem to be going that route, especially when they gave us like Kinley Ludley and stuff like that, and Swirler. It very much wanted to make an OTK deck. Like, I don't mind it. I would rather not be the case. I would rather play like Benny Yakumo, which is a lot more mid-range, right? So you actually have a couple turns you can play the game. And I also don't like OTK decks. But if you're going to make Barrow an OTK deck, then make it an OTK deck that actually works. Right? Because right now it's pretty half-assed and half-thought. Mass is much more like an OTK deck? Really? I don't know if I would agree per se, but I see what compared to Elder, yeah, maybe. But all right. Really quickly. Hopefully it's. Yeah, I don't know. It says it's not dropping frames, and then I look over on YouTube and it's like loading for some reason. But hopefully it's actually working for you guys and you can see me and hear me. I honestly don't even know anymore. Let's go here and go here, go here. And maybe do this. All right. So sorry, just trying to set this up. All right. So yeah, so we got the promotional video for set 3, and beforehand they teased that we're getting an encounter, and I only show it there. As we know now, obviously it's Venus Lucario, so I want to just show the video so we can take a look at it. Just lost chat. There we go. I never got into Lucario, but Venus is by far your favorite Lucario art. I like Lucario a lot. She's my favorite unit. My favorite unit that's not Barrel. So my favorite, I guess, non-standard unit maybe. So like premium, if you want to call it that, but I don't really play her in premium. What is premium, right? But yeah. Okay, drop the promo. Oh, you mean for regular mass? Funny enough, I keep choking Elder to make it more of an aggro deck where everyone hyperfixates on drawing Elder. I have a more, again, more mid-range build that I've been tweaking with, and it's been working out pretty well. If you focus too much on drawing with Elder, you forget about the actual closing the game. One defensive trigger ends your turn. I want to avoid that. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing, but also I dropped the Friendship Fairy and not trying to rush as much. Yeah, I'm running Gnosla, but not the Tigro, just because of the fact that Varga is a thing. So that thing is going to instantly die every single turn. When Varga is not a thing, Tigro would be great, but right now it's not really going to work out. But go back to OBS real quick as I sneeze. Oh, sorry about that. All right. I think I can go here, and I have to reset the chat because it when the stream ends, I have to get a whole brand new URL for the chat. So let me put a new one here. There we go. FFR Tiger. Yeah, I got that in Sarah for my fiance when it first came out for Christmas, and I got them both like dumb cheap, but not Sarah's. At some point, he was like $7 for the FFR or something crazy. But all right, let's take a look at this trailer real quick. Be this one, right? Yeah. Whoop, there we go. Put this up a bit. Stream might get dinged, but strings are already pretty flunky, right? So I should be fine. Whoops. Hold on. Let me do this. Do that again. There we go. All right. So I guess there's a Regalias piece in this set that I completely forgot about. It's the grade one we saw before. It's a new support card. That's Shoujo Doji. That's Shoujo. There are shadows and something else. There's Shoujo. There's I don't know what that is, but there's Dark Glass. I guess that's the ride line maybe. Here's Obscurade. Here is Ward Lion. Here is the Arkwright and our monster. We got random shit real fast. Puppet Blaze, Buddha Bug, Stardacha. And then I don't know what this is. Oh, I guess I don't know what that sound is. It says Dayusha. And I lost my shit when I saw her. I was like, wait. Here's Venus Lucre. This looks amazing. And that's a trailer. This video left. Oh, shut up. So let's go back. So yeah, so there's a Regalias piece, I guess. I don't remember. I don't remember what this is. Yeah, for the copyright bot is on vacation. Yeah, hopefully I talked enough through it that it doesn't happen. We'll see. But I don't remember what this is. I feel like they revealed it already, but I just don't remember what it does. Or maybe they didn't, and I'm just making it up. Protection Twin Cast. Is it an actual? Are you just saying that, or are you just making things up? I know I've seen the art before, but I thought this was something for Festival Collection, but I guess not. So there's that. We know what that is. We know what that is. We don't know who this is. Right? We don't know who it hasn't been revealed yet. Okay, cool. It is a Regalias piece. Okay, okay. That's what I thought. Yeah, she a baddie. I don't know who she is. I don't know what she's for. She looks like she's gonna be for Dark Glass, right? Or she's gonna be a grade 1, similar to the previous two, considering we just saw the quote-unquote cycler for Sturkam and for Keter, and then they show her. She's obviously Dark States, so she might just be the cycler. Who knows, right? Why can't she be a ride line? Yeah, I wish. I wish. Clock tower in the background. That's Dark States. Yeah, it's definitely Dark States, right? So this might be the grade 1. Then we see the Shoujo grade 2. So those are triple rares. So that's another thing, right? Here's another thing to think about. A Regalias piece, triple rare. This girl, triple rare. This girl, triple rare. This girl, probably also a triple rare. Shoujo card, I'm pretty sure is also a triple rare. And then this is also a triple rare, right? This girl here. So we don't know what this guy on the other side is, but I would assume he's also a triple rare. He kind of looks, I was gonna say maybe Sturkei for a second because of the bones, but maybe he's Dark States. I don't know what it means that these two are together. Usually it means nothing. Sometimes it does. It's hard to tell. But I want to assume this is going to be another triple. Could not be. I don't know. Could be Brankgate also, right? We don't have a grade 1 for Brankgate in this set. I don't know. Unless I've missed it. But so we don't know what this guy is. I'm pointing shit out and I realize that you can't actually see it. There we go. So this guy, we don't know who this guy is. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah, he doesn't look like Brankgate, but I'm assuming Dark States. I don't know. It's really hard to tell. I was thinking maybe Brankgate because he looks a little bit like an alien, but it's hard to tell. So we'll have to wait and see. There we got, Shoujo Doji, which you knew about. Then we got ourselves Dark Glass. So this is obviously Dark Glass cards. So I'm guessing either two things. This is one card. Whoops. Why does it always do that? This is either one card, or this is the grade 0 or the grade 1, right? Because I think they only showed the other girl afterwards. Yeah, her. So I'm assuming this is the grade 2 of the ride line, presumably. And then we have Dark Glass himself. So for Dark Glass, apparently the thing is that he's trying to perform some rituals to summon this other baddie, which is another triple rare in the set, which we can see afterwards. So it seems like it's going to be the kind of thing where you like summon this big monster, or you ride into this big monster or something like that, right? But it's not any of the cards we've seen so far, I'm pretty sure. So there's Dark Glass. I think it's I don't think they show it here now. Yeah, so there's these guys, we know this. Yep. I don't know if we've seen this. We probably haven't. It's probably one of those random support cards. Come on, I could do the Amon thing where it's trying to make your opponent so fat and punish it. More V-Talk. More V-Talk in my chat. Unbelievable. So that's the Cold Blaze, and then this is the other triple rare for Stoicheum. Then we got ourselves a Mythiarch card. I don't know. Got fucking Nemo over here. This is really cute. This like mermaid lamb or something. Very cute. I got Hoblaze there. Budabug. Soreja. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is saying. But I know it's for, you know, Dayusha and Dimension Police, right? There's probably some sort of call of action or something. It's Dayusha here. And then we got ourselves here. So Venus Lukier is like sort of a cross ride for Lukier. So we shouldn't be getting a new ride line. But all we see so far is this dragon, this tamer, this very ominous beast tamer, which is great because I love the beast tamers. I don't know what she's gonna do, but I guess it's just gonna be a supporting card. And then we got ourselves Venus Lukier herself. What is she going to do? I don't know, right? Because Lukier now kind of does what Venus Lukier did, I think. One second. Pretty sure Venus Lukier kind of already does, or normal Lukier already does in standard what Venus Lukier kind of already did, right? Back over here. I have some sort of update, but it's probably just the stuff from before. I haven't booted up CFA in a few days. Let's bring this back down over here. And why is this open on 2 tabs? Why is this open on 2 tabs? There we go. And we can go ahead and place some. Yeah, we can play some of that for now. Alright, so we got new cards added. I'm pretty sure it's not the Vispo stuff. Because they have to do probably a pretty sizable update to make that happen, right? Yeah, because it's a whole brand new nation. So it's just all the other stuff. So we want to go to Pale Moon, Pale Moon, Pale Moon. Not B, but not P. Here we go. So, if I remember correctly, Venus Lukier is not that much different from normal Lukier in standard, right? But they might have changed her effect in, oops, forgot I have to full screen, there you go. Here we go. So Limit Break, Counterblast 2, Soul Charge 2. Choose 5 Pale Moons from your soul whose grades are 6 or less and call them to separate rears. This ability cannot be used for the rest of the turn. So that's kind of what Lugia does now. She's Counterblast 1, put 1 into soul. You call up to 3 with different grades. Kind of the same thing, right? Kind of the same thing. And then if you have Lugia in soul, she gets 2k and that's it. And then in Vanguard 0, they gave her an added effect where if like something is called from soul, she gets 5k. So what will this do? Right? Because PBO didn't get cross-ride numbers. He just got an extra effect for having the old Lugia in soul. Gigantic Overlord kind of got cross-ride numbers, but not really. But just mainly got an extra effect for having Lugia in soul. So it's possibly about the same thing, right? It's probably gonna be something similar to that, where you have the original Lugia, it does something extra or something like that. Like what the old Lugia does? Yeah, I know what it does. It's just Counterblast 2 called 3 different grades, right? So it's kind of the same thing as they're kind of both the same thing, honestly, except this specifies the grades, whereas like the standard one is just different grades, whereas like this is a sum of grades. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe it'll be a little less restrictive, I don't know, but it'll definitely be some sort of like cross ride where it interacts with the old one, if there's anything to discern from that. I'm also trying to compare it to just what happened in set 5. So we got what was it called? Like we got Burning Horn for Overlord, right? And I think that was kind of it that they got. Because she's at least getting 2 cards. PBO, I don't think got anything huge. It was just kind of himself. MLB was a brand new deck. So, hard to tell. No Glory Mal because Bushi is saving him when he had the blood, and Platinum on Divine set 9 as all they win the OG set 9. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me. Makes a lot of sense. I still think they should do Tsukiyumi just because of the fact that it'll work really well with the Shadowverse set that they have. But I guess a new Lugia kind of is about the same vein, right? Where Lugia is in Shadowverse Evolve, so that kind of makes sense. I still think they should do Tsukiyumi. Would have made sense. It's the only encounter we're missing from that Shadowverse collab, but whatever. But yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I don't know about set 9 though. That's a long time. Divine set 9. That's like what, after the 3rd season? Yeah, I don't know. That they're not getting their new versions till then. That might be way too long. I don't know about that one actually. Hold on. Japan, that would be next summer. Is that next summer? I mean, I guess technically, right? It's like a set every 2 months. So if they get set 4 in like, what is it, like September or whatever, set 5 would be in like November. Set 6 would be in like January. Set 7 would be in like March. Set 8, yeah, it would be in the summer, huh? Wow, that's crazy. That's fucking crazy. 2 seasons per year. Yeah, I guess that would make sense, but I can't imagine waiting that long for Maelstrom to be playable. Oh my god, that's wild. But let me just go back here real quick. Okay, the last thing I had was just that they're revealing another Vispo Girl, the Dragon Empire one, on I think this is Tuesday, right? Yeah, next Tuesday, along with Lugia. They just said Lugia. They didn't say like what they're gonna reveal with it. I'm assuming her and her two supporting guards, but we'll see. And then next Thursday, we're getting Sacrifice class. the lamphead guy, and then this is the girl. Can't see it because I'm not drawing on the screen. This is the girl that he's like summoning, right? She's a triple rare in this set. She was not in the trailer, so we're getting so many Dark States waifus. So needs a space for new strides. I hope not. I know they need support, but I don't know how they're gonna figure it out. They need to just do a fighters collection. That's what they need to do. They just need to bring back fighters collection and support the encounters while also somehow supporting premium. That's all they need to do. That's it. Make cards that are in standard but also work in premium in some sort of way, shape, or form, and support the strides and encounters that way, so they all get kind of brought up to speed. That's the only way this is going to work out. And then in that set, you can do this Platina and Glory, etc., so they're not super left behind. But yeah, I think that's about it. All right. Where's the tracks, people? Yeah, good. Give me an actual succubus deck. Better Yakima is a close, but it's a collab, right? Give me an actual succubus deck, and then we'll be good to go, right? But all right. I know I said DearDays, and I'm sorry I'm not gonna be able to keep that up today. Keep that promise. We'll do that next time. I might not be able to stream Tuesday, I don't know yet, or next Thursday, I don't know yet, but I'll let you guys know. I'll post on the channel thing. I've been nagging that for 13 years. Yeah. What if it sucks the opponent's soul? Ooh, that'd be nice. That would make sense. Like if it counts your opponent's soul as your soul or something. That's something Barrow should do. Or it should like that, or it should like put stuff into like a bind zone, so he like creates a black hole, so he like removes stuff from player or some shit like that. But anyways, we'll see. Watch that be Lamphead? No, I don't know. It seems like Lamphead is just gonna be whatever, and he's gonna summon the other girl, and she's gonna be the real big deal, right? So it's gonna be focused around summoning her, riding her. I don't know how it's gonna work out, but it's gonna be focused on that, right? I don't know if it's gonna be the kind of thing where like you play her in back row center, right? And she's like does something, because she looks like a normal card. She doesn't have like extra attack or anything like that. She's just 13k, Persona Ride Twin Drive, right? So it's just up to whatever her effect does, but we'll see next week. You're screwing and do the insane thing Dark States deck based on Empty Soul. That'd be cool, but that's basically powerful. So, but I mean that is kind of what they did with Oracle Think Tank, right? With Soulless Witches, and then Tsukiyumi focusing on Soul to an extent. But all right, guys, we're gonna call it here. Sorry for whatever the hell happened before with the stream. I don't know what happened there. But I owe you guys DearDays Viewer Fights. DearDays? Yeah, I said that right. Okay. Thought I said that wrong. DearDays Viewer Fights, and we'll talk more about Dark Glass and Lukir. I don't know, Tuesday. I'll post about it. Some stuff going on. I don't want to get into it now. But we'll see. But in any case, if you guys are enjoying your morning, noon, afternoon, evening, what have you, and I hope you continue doing that. And until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. Play Vanguard and have yourselves a damn good one.